So Rajah, before we started recording here, you talked about how you love the cities. And Phoenix is a big ass city. It's not really a city. It's just a place. It's not downtown like DC or New York.
Big area. It's a big area, yeah. I was going to say, like, Phoenix ain't like a city like LA or Chicago, DC, Manhattan. But I love going to these, I don't want to say urban, but like, city area, metropolitan areas, obviously coming here, to Vegas, Chicago, LA, Richmond, kind of Richmond, kind of St. Louis. It's always great because it's familiar to me. And it's nice because you can walk places. Kansas City is nice too. I'm trying to think of like
get all the cities in there, man. They're gonna be pissed off at you. You don't talk about them.
I'm trying to make sure I get all of them. Obviously Charlotte too. But yeah, I mean, I love going to cities. The amenities are nice. I don't know. A lot of industry people are like, oh, I hate going to cities. Like, no, Chicago's great. I love going to Chicago.
All right, so you've had your share of tracks now to where you've been able to race a lot of different tracks, a lot of different facilities. Where is Rajah now on some of his favorites and his least favorites? And don't worry about hurting people's feelings, man, okay?
Oh, we're going to get some sound bites for this one. I think my favorite tracks, I love Kansas. Kansas Speedway is a really fun racy racetrack. I mean, Darlington, that's probably a driver.
Can I jump in here a second?
Yeah.
From a visual standpoint, Kansas looks so freaking boring. But
really?
Hold on a second. But from the finishes and the action on the track, where does that raciness come from on that track?
Yeah, so Kansas is it's progressively banked, tongue twister. The surface is aging and getting older to where we're not running the same lap times the whole run. And so, having the tire degradation, having the racetrack kind of lose grip over the years, and how it's weathered is a lot of fun, I think, as a driver to go to a place like that where you can make a difference. It's not to the likes of a Darlington or a Homestead by any means, but Kansas is one of my favorite tracks. Same with Darlington, Homestead, Charlotte. I love, the mile and a half where you can kind of move around. Bristol is always a blast as well. In terms of least favorite racetracks, I mean, Richmond is my home track, and that was the first racetrack I ever went to, but I sucked there for whatever reason. I don't want to say I suck because let's not put that in the universe, but I just haven't gotten a good finish there so far in my career, and I know it's kind of early, but there and St. Louis has kind of been a different track. Yeah, I haven't had the best finishes there at St. Louis. I think I've run okay there. And Milwaukee, I'm glad we're not going to Milwaukee next year. I ran there a few times in ARCA, and I ran okay there, and the truck just didn't finish.
Don't you want to go back and whoop its ass and figure it out after drives like that?
Yes and no. I think for Milwaukee, I could take it or leave it. To be honest with you, I'm glad we're not going there next year. We should be going to Road America or something. So,
are you finding that your fan base is building as you get more and more attuned to the trucks and eventually move up in Xfinity and the Cup Series? Are you finding that your fan base is becoming quite diverse and going, wow, there's this African-American driver in a NASCAR truck series that's actually having some success, big-time sponsors. What about you personally? Are you digging the fandom now?
It's an adjustment because I'm honestly an introvert. I think getting used to public speaking and to interviews, to talking to people that I've never really met before, I think that's always been a kind of something I've had to get used to. Because I mean, I love staying in the house. When I'm not racing, I'm either playing iRacing or I don't know, playing basketball or with very close friends or family. Otherwise, I don't really go out or do much. So that's been an adjustment, and I say that to say I think having building a fan base, building support has been a very learning and I think special journey. Because at the end of the day, I remember being that kid, when I was this tall, looking at drivers like they were superheroes, and to be on my way to be one of those guys or girls on Sundays is really cool. So hopefully the journey is just now beginning. Hopefully we can get another win this year and make it to the Final Four here in Phoenix.
I'm not going to tell you what the drivers' answers were, but they surprised me when I said, would you rather win the Daytona 500 or a championship? This is in the Cup cars. When you make it to Cup, right now where you are, would you rather win? You have to win.
Yeah, it has to be
one or the other, and why?
I don't know. Can I pass, or do you need to pick one? Okay, let me play the field here. So like, the 500 is the 500, right? Like your car is sitting there for a year. You get your, your hands in the cement there. But with how those races ends, I don't want to say it can be. I don't want to. It's not a fluke winning it, but like really, anybody can win a plate race for the most part. Not everybody can win a championship. Not everyone can win a race, let alone win a championship. So I think from a I'll say ball knowledge or like ability, I would say like a championship is a bigger deal, I think. But for sentimental value, for historical value, the 500 is really important, I think, to win. I think nowadays it's easier to win a championship than it was when I grew up watching racing. Like you could get a win early in the year like we did, not have a good summer, and then turn it up in the fall and be racing for a championship versus a guy that has had a more robust middle part of the season and then not have the best fall and then not win it all. So I think the nature of the format now makes it, I think, easier to win a championship. I think one or two. I don't think it's easier to have your Jimmy Johnsons, your Jeff Gordons, your more than 3-time champions. So to answer your question, I don't know.
You'll ask an IndyCar driver, the Indy 500 or an IndyCar championship. 9 times out. Okay, then why isn't the Daytona 500?
Because we're NASCAR. It's NASCAR. Like no offense to IndyCar, but like it's and albeit I'm in the truck series, so I mean this is all due respect. But like they get what 500,000 people going to the Indy 500, and then what do they get for views for the rest of the season? So it's like I Indy 500 100% over an IndyCar championship. But I mean those guys and gals are all really good that do that discipline. So it's all respect to them. But
Indy 500 or Daytona 500?
Oh, I mean Daytona 500. I would love to run the Indy 500 though. That'll be fun. That's hopefully a long ways down my runway. I'm not anywhere near Kyle Larson yet. So hopefully one day.
They leave. Antron's out first. Langdon's trying to catch him, and it's going to be Antron Brown.
Would you ever hop into a top fuel car and go 330 miles an hour and 1,000 feet?
Sure. I don't know how they work. I always wonder like do you steer? Do you need to hold the car like straight? Like are you shifting? Like is it like a dual clutch? Is it a hand clutch? Is it with the pedals? There's a lot of questions I kind of.
There's a cup holder over here.
For 3 seconds? Nah, but I don't know. I mean, I think at the end of the day, as a racer, you would love to get to drive anything. So I think next year, I'm trying to run a little bit of Trans Am, try to get some more Xfinity races, try to just race a little bit more, just because that's kind of a thing I've lacked this year. It's just with the off time, just not racing as much as I would have liked to. So definitely, really anything with wheels. I think drag racing would be crazy. I think any form of whether it's a sprint car or an Indy car, I'd have to see what my mom thinks, see what my girlfriend thinks, just because they watch racing, so they kind of know kind of the different disciplines and everything. So but yeah, racers, race. So I just want to do that.
You take car maintenance seriously, and you want to pass on that legacy of care. Use Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer to shield your engine from excessive heat, debris, and friction. Trust Lucas Oil. It works.
Freak Nation, make your plans now to get yourself a new set of General tires. And if you buy 4 qualifying SUV or light truck tires, you'll get up to $100 back with a Visa prepaid card. Fall's here. Winter's coming. Wet weather. You want to make sure you're on a new set of General tires. For more information, check it out at GeneralTire.com. That's GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of SpeedFreaks for over 2 decades.
Rev up your passion for speed. Mav TV Go is the ultimate streaming app for race fans. Enjoy exclusive racing, live events, groundbreaking originals, and a lot more. Anytime, anywhere, for free. Whether you're a diehard or just getting started, MAVTV Go has something for everyone. MAVTV Go, your global home of motorsports, now on the go. Download the app now.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire, and the countdown to the championship is setting the track ablaze. September 27th through 29th, the NHRA Midwest Nationals at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Get your tickets at WWTRaceway.com.